Hi guys, so if you've been watching my vlog videos, you'll remember that I mentioned that I've purchased quite a few books. I wanted the more popular books, the more contemporary ones, and some easy to read kind of books. And I've been seeing lots of YouTubers mention a few books that I've been really interested in. So I purchased 3, 6, 8 books. And that's a little bit excessive, but I'm just so happy. I cannot wait to read them. Because I wanted to purchase these books in their original language, in English, I was gonna order them on Amazon, but then I saw that the shipping price is quite expensive. So I was googling to see where else I could purchase books, and I found this website called the Book Depository. So that's where I ordered 6 of the books. And I haven't saved receipts for all of them, so I have receipts for only 2, so I cannot remember the prices of all of them. 3 of the books here are Tanya Burr's recommendations, because I love Tanya and I trust her recommendations, and she has been talking about these books a lot, and they seemed like super interesting books to me, so that's why I got them. So the first one is by Erin Morgenstern, and it's called The Night Circus. The cover is really beautiful. So this one says, the circus arrives without warning, no announcements preceded. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. And here are some comments. People say, a breathtaking feat of imagination, a flight of fancy that pulls you in and wraps you up in its spell. And this was from The Times. Then The Observer says, one of the most beautiful novels of the year. Dark and dreamy, captivating love story, charming, magical, mysterious. So I read the description of the book and it seemed like such a magical, beautiful novel. And this is the book I'm the most excited about because I just feel that I'm gonna love it. And I love these magical stories. I love Harry Potter. I love these magical, mysterious books. So yeah, and this one was €8.67, which isn't a lot in my opinion. And then, surprise, surprise, you guys are probably sick of hearing about the book or the movie. The movie is out now, and I refuse going to watch the movie because I want to read the books first. And yes, this is Gillian Flynn, Gone Girl, or Gillian Flynn. Yeah, should I read about it? Because I'm sure that everyone already knows about the book. It says, who are you? What have we done to each other? These are the questions Nick Dunne finds himself asking on the morning of his 5th wedding anniversary when his wife Amy suddenly disappears. The police suspect Nick. Amy's friends reveal that she was afraid of him, that she kept secrets from him. He swears it isn't true. A police examination of his computer shows strange searches. He says they weren't made by him. And then there are the president calls on his mobile phone. So what had happened to Nick's beautiful wife? And so it's kind of mysterious book, and Tanya said that it's a little scary at times, so I'm very curious about the book as well. My boyfriend absolutely loved the movie. I don't want to read or hear anything about the movie other than the fact that some people are disappointed with the ending, some are not. So yeah, I don't want to have any spoilers thrown at me. I want to read the book first and then watch the movie and then hear what people say about it. Okay, the third book I purchased is by Alexandre Dumas, and it's called The Lady of the Camellias. Original language is French, of course, but I got it in English, and the cover is so beautiful. Look, I absolutely love it. I think Penguin books are really beautiful, have beautiful illustrations, and it's a pretty small book. And I got this because I have a biography book of Gabrielle Chanel, and I read that this was her favorite book. She had this book laying on her tabletop or somewhere in her room. I'm gonna read about the book. The landmark novel that inspired Verdi's opera La Traviata in a sparkling new translation. One of the greatest love stories of the world, according to Henry James, and the inspiration for Verdi's opera, the Oscar-winning musical Moulin Rouge, which I absolutely love. I love this movie, so it just makes me even more excited about the book. The Lady of the Camellias itself was inspired by the real-life 19th century courtesan Marie Duplessis, the lover of the novel's author Alexandre Dumas. Known to all as the Lady of the Camellias because she's never seen without her favorite flowers. Camellias are a big part of Chanel. Every shopping bag of Chanel has a camellia on, and I think that was inspired by the book. Okay, Marguerite Gautier is the most beautiful, brazen, and expensive courtesan in all of Paris, but despite having many lovers, she has never really loved until she meets Armand Duval, young, handsome, and hopelessly in love with her. Marguerite and Armand are the kind of bright, self-destructive young things we still read about in magazines, watch on screen, or brush up against today. And this was one of the comments. So I'm very curious about the book. I cannot tell you guys the price of it, but I didn't think it was expensive. And then the most beautiful of all the books I got in terms of the cover is this one. Oh my god, look at that, guys. I love Jane Austen. Her books are just mesmerizing. And movies based on her books, I just love them. Pride and Prejudice, oh my god. Sense and Sensibility, I only watched the movie. I really want to read the book. These are quite expensive because they're leather-bound books. But I got Persuasion. And it has these kind of lilac-y blue edges. This is the inside look. What a beautiful print. And then the script is really beautiful as well, and it has this page marker. And I think they only have Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, and Persuasion in this leather-bound edition. This is by Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble books look incredible. Lots of classic books in this beautiful leather-bound cover. I just cannot get over how beautiful it is. Look at that. It's amazing having a book like that on your bookshelf. And here at the back it says, one man's ways may be as good as another's, but we all like our own best. And oh, I'm sure this will be an amazing read and will most likely become one of my favorite books. I just love Jane. Okay, another book I got. I actually watched the movie first years and years ago and I liked it. It was really odd, really strange, and I decided to read a book as well. So it's by Patrick Susskind, Perfume, the Story of a Murderer. I'm sure many of you guys have seen the movie as well, and I love the cover. It also has camellias. I have a theme going on here. And yeah, the cover is just really pretty, and surprise, surprise, it's a penguin book as well. New York Times says, a meditation on the nature of death, desire, and decay. An ingenious and totally absorbing fantasy, a fantastic tale of murder and twisted eroticism, controlled by a disgusted loathing of humanity. Clever, stylish, absorbing, and well worth reading. So, unlike anything else one has read, a phenomenon. Everyone seems to want to get a whiff of this strange perfume, which will remain unique in contemporary literature. So as I said, it's gonna be a very odd read because the story itself is really kind of gives you shivers. It's not your typical kind of read, but it is very interesting nonetheless, and I think I'm gonna like it. Another book I got is in Lithuanian, and it's by Guy de Maupassant, and it's called A Lady's Life in English, I believe. In Lithuanian it's Vieno gyvenimo istorija, Envie in French. And my mom just finished reading it because I gave it to her first, and she said, if you want to be depressed, read the book. She said it's the most depressing read ever. She said, I don't think this book gave me anything other than the realization that there can be such stupid women in the world. And I couldn't believe that because it's a classic. It's one of his most famous novels. And I went online to look up some reviews, and many of the people said that it's very depressing and just not a great book at all. Well, I want to read to see if I will agree with everyone or not. My mom said it's very beautifully written. The writing style and imagery, it's really, really beautiful, but the story itself was horrible. That's what she said. And yeah, we'll see. Another book I got in Lithuanian because it was 50% off, and I thought, why not? It's The Life of P. I haven't seen the movie. Some people like it, some people don't. And I thought, well, I'm gonna read the book and then I might watch the movie. I think it's gonna be a very quick and easy read. It's compared to Robinson Crusoe, Gulliver Travels, Moby Dick and stuff like that. It's basically about adventures of a boy. And it's actually meant for adults. So Globe and Mail says that some refer this book to The Old Man and the Sea, and the realism of Marquez is prominent, and then you can see the absurdity of Beckett. I read Beckett and I watched Beckett's movie, and it's truly absurd, but I really enjoyed it, so I think I'm gonna like this. Actually, at the bookshop, when I picked this up, an old lady came up to me. She was browsing, looking at the books as well, and she said, so what you've got there? And I showed this book and she said, oh, I saw the movie. It wasn't bad, it's just that it was so unrealistic, so absurd, and it's just like, I didn't like it because it's over the top absurd. And she said, well, but the story itself is good, you might like the book. So I said, okay, I'm gonna read it and see how I like it. So yeah, that's that. And the last book I got, again, Tanya Burr's inspiration, is the Hummingbird Bakery Cookbook, which the Hummingbird Bakery is Tanya's favorite bakery, supposedly. So I saw her use this book in one of her vlog videos when she was vlogging daily. And yeah, she baked, I think brownies, chocolate brownies from this book. And I was like, right, I need this book. I love cupcakes and anything sweet. And it's not healthy at all. It has lots of like super duper sweet things. But it's nice. You have sugar cookies for Christmas, muffins, lemon bars. So yeah, I'm gonna try to bake something from this book and I might vlog it for you guys because why not? Yeah, that's everything I got, guys. 8 books to read. Well, the cookbook is not really a book for reading, but I'm so happy and so excited about these books and I cannot wait to start reading them. I'm gonna leave the link to the book Depository because it's a very good website. Actually, the Perfume book went missing, so they sent me a new one. So that's great. Very good customer service. And they include a bookmark with every single book. This is pretty creepy. This is very creepy. This is okay. And I love this one. It says, you can never get a cup of tea large enough or a book long enough to suit me, by C.S. Lewis. It's a really cute one. So yeah, guys, have a nice day and I'll talk to you soon. Bye! Thanks for sleeping.